Welcome back to NSUSpartans.com, fueled by Gatorade. We're here out at the NSU softball field after the Spartans sweep a 3-game series from Howard. We're here now with head coach Heidi Cavallo on a Sunday afternoon. Coach, obviously Saturday, yesterday, both days it was really cold. Obviously it affects a lot of times what players can do. But yesterday you guys really started to hit the ball pretty well. 8-run ruled them the first game, won 7-2 the second game. So obviously I'm sure you're happy the team finally got their bats really going now.
Absolutely. We've been struggling a little bit offensively and defensively, and to be able to come out and finally start hitting the ball the first weekend of conference play makes a big difference for us. We know it's there. It's just a matter of it happening all together, and so it was really nice that it happened this weekend.
Yeah, obviously last weekend you guys were supposed to play at Coppin, that got postponed, so you kind of pushed back the start of conference play. Did you get to play at home against the Howard team that's, you've kind of owned a little bit in the past few years. You've won now 10 in a row against them, so obviously it was a good way to get started in conference play. Absolutely.
Howard you can't take lightly. They always come scrappy. I mean, they do anything they can to try to win, so you have to be on your game. So we knew that coming in, that pitchers had to throw really good ball games, defense had to be sharp, we had to hit the ball.
Yeah, so you kind of saw that in the third game of the series here today on Sunday, a game that just kept going back and forth. They'd score a run, you score a run, they could score back and forth, and it's kind of a lot of some hits in there to get some runs for both teams, but obviously some errors too. Both teams kind of gave away some runs, but you guys came away in the end there in the sixth, scored those runs, really got some key hits, made a couple key infield hits too, and really put them away there.
Yeah, going into game 3, I always try to preach to our kids that third game, that next day, people are going to come out even stronger, and so you have to be on your game, and we didn't come out as strong as we needed to up front, and so obviously we needed to press a little bit. Their pitcher did a good job of keeping us off balance, and so once we got set in there and we were driving the ball, we definitely changed the game a little bit.
And of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Saturday and the fact that you got your 100th career win. Obviously, I'm sure something that you probably wish you could have gotten earlier in the year. And it's probably something that for you is probably like, okay, yeah, it's 100, okay, let's get over, you're kind of, yeah, okay, thanks, and you get on to the next one. But, for you, I'm sure, just to hit a milestone like that is just something I'm sure you've maybe not really aimed for, but,
right.
It's nice to look back and say, I did get that 100th win.
It's a great milestone. I'm very excited. I wish it would have been earlier in the season, definitely. We struggled really early, and it was nice, but I think for me, I was more happy that we were winning conference games. Like I said, we've struggled, and so for us to get those wins was big. It just happened to be my 100th win, but the sweep yesterday was more important.
Of course, the players kind of celebrated there. They had the silly string and whatever that was, the glitter or whatever else that stuff was, so I'm sure they had a little bit of fun with it too.
They did. I let them just go ahead. They had a good time, and it's fun for them to celebrate. I didn't play those games, I just coached, so for those kids to be part of the celebration is nice.
Of course, we threw a couple of those pictures on Twitter and Instagram, so if you want to find them there, you can find it. And obviously, going into next weekend, you get the non-conference at Taos on Wednesday. But you go into next weekend, Friday, Saturday against UMES, another team that actually Howard beat 2 out of 3. So another team that you guys should feel confident in. Okay, they're coming to our place. We should get these wins. Obviously, nothing's guaranteed.
Right, absolutely.
But you're not facing exactly the top dogs in the conference yet.
Right. No, but any given day in the MEAC, you never know who's going to show up and who's going to play, and UMES plays us very hard. They come out every time they play us. In the past few years, they've taken one from us. So going into that series, if we're not on our A game, it's going to be tough. So we've got to hit. Our pitchers have to get ahead. We've got to play solid defense. But if we do that, I'm confident that we'll have a good series.
It does seem like the team's kind of turned the corner a little bit here against Howard. Hopefully the weather will warm up. It's supposed to be 60-some for beginning of this week, but we had 40s this week, but we're okay.
Anything over 40.
Exactly. Like I said, Spartans will be at Towson on Wednesday. They have a doubleheader, a non-conference doubleheader. Then they'll be back here at the NSU softball field on Friday and Saturday. It's Friday and Saturday, not Saturday, Sunday, because next Sunday is obviously Easter. So the teams will play 2 games on Friday beginning at 1 p.m. and a single game on Saturday at noon. So join us out here at the NSU softball field. As long as the weather cooperates, we should have a good time out here. So again, for all your information this year on NSU softball, keep checking back at NSUSpartans.com, fueled by Gatorade.